It's been a long time coming. We're on a proper adventure today. I'm going to be out here for quite a while, hopefully. I'm not going to bother with too much introductions now because I'm about 20 minutes away from the car and I'm already shattered. Crack on a little bit, get my mountain legs a little bit, and then I'll have a chat. Really sweaty doing that, but I'm on something flat now and I feel like I've got the mountain legs, which means I can actually breathe and talk. Sort of planned. I thought it was as good a time as any to bag as many mountains as possible, and I thought I'd go somewhere new for this. So the Lake District, I've only been to the Lake District a couple of times. Every single time I've been here, it's always been absolutely terrible. Yeah, I'm in a slowly sinking kayak that's drifting out into the water. So in fact, the only time where I've ever really been successful in the Lake District was my first MR Adventures wild camping video, and that was in a bit of a whiteout at the top. So yeah, and the weather, as you can see, isn't stunningly beautiful, but at least it's cool. It's very humid though. This is Stickle Tarn. And just to start the afternoon off nice and gently, I've decided to go up the Langdale pikes. There's 3 of them. Been walking for about an hour to get to Stickle Tarn, so I think I'm gonna sit down for a second. 5-10 minute break. Nice and slow today. Took me a while to get here. It took 5 hours to drive up here, so if I do these 3, get down the other side, start looking for a place to camp, I'll be really happy with that. That's the way I'm going. On the map it says it's a footpath, so I'm just going to say it's a footpath. I didn't come out of it for scrambling, but it looks like I'm doing it. I'm going to have to use both hands. Or will I? Yeah, I should have used 2 hands. For God's sake. Another bit of scrambling. Look at that view as well. Oh, the adventure feeling's starting to kick in. Right, there's 2 ways I could go. That one there in the cloud is the one I'm trying to get to. I can either go along this ridge here, or I could go over it. Now, because it's very wet and slippy, I'd rather not be dangling off of a cliff face, so I think I'll go up and over. But that just fills me with more dread, because look at it. Peak I'm going to, Stickle. Sorry, didn't see it out, I was too busy admiring myself. I have been taking my time on the uphills, and there haven't been any downhill yet, so it's absolutely stunning though. I'm trying to come up with something a little bit more poetic to describe this view. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a wordsmith or a poet, so that is one sexy view. That lake there, that's Lake Windermere, biggest lake in the UK. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Windy, so the gimbal's struggling a little bit. That's quite a fun climb. 730 odd metres up Pike of Stickle. Whenever I'm starting one of these adventures, I always get a little bit nervous, like on the borderline of like anxiety, especially if it's a mountain one, because you know, it's a mountain. I'm not gonna stand here and try and act tough. I'm a wuss. As soon as you do get to the top, you remember what it was all for. The sun is shining. I checked the Met Office and it had at 4:30, it had a big black cloud with lots of rain coming out the bottom of it. And I didn't bring my hat. But one small consolation prize, I did bring the sunglasses, so. There we are, looking cool again. Loft Crag, done, 682 metres. Right, on to the next one. Pike of Stickle, 709 metres. The third and final of the Langdale pikes to do. Pike of Stickle, Pike of Stickle, Crag Loft. Those three make the Langdale pikes. Views for days! I feel like a kid in a playground at the moment.
Right here under the thumb of a cold air, a calling from something that's out there somewhere, wondering when we'll be departing from here. Anyone else would go back inside, but we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, leaving everyone behind as their slow fires die down. Once we left, we found it harder and harder to slow down, 'cause we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, 1,000 good miles.
Now, here's a great example of why you should always bring spare cord. I've got nothing to attach this last bit to. I can just tie a little bit of rope around there.
Years have come and gone, but we're right where we feel we belong. And anyone else would have turned back by now, but we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, leaving everyone behind as their slow we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our hometown, leaving everyone behind as their slow fires die down. Once we left, we found it harder and harder to slow down, 'cause we set out to walk 1,000 good miles from our home.
This just takes my breath away every time. I don't know if it's because I'm incredibly white or just sensitive to spice, but that was really spicy, which is quite good. Sometimes with these freeze-dried meals, they can be a bit bland. Just ate that outside on the porch, which is just a little rock. So just here, you know, route planning for tomorrow. Just came to my attention that I misread the name of the last mountain that I climbed, the one that is literally just the other side of that door. It's Pike of Stickle, and that's embarrassing. I prefer Pile of Stickle. So I just did some route planning. So I covered 4.5 miles today, something like that. And tomorrow, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It will depend on everything. It will depend on the weather. It will depend on how my body feels. It will depend on, you know, how much energy I've got. So chocolate and hot chocolate. Oh, absolutely. Well, I made my hot chocolate. I've also had a massive boo-boo. My phone is on 25%, which shouldn't be an issue because my gimbal should act as a charger like it did the other day. But now it doesn't seem to be charging at all. I do have a secondary phone with me, but there's no SIM card in it. That's what I'm recording off now. For now, I'm going to enjoy some of this with my hot chocolate. And then straight after that, I'm going to bed. So I'm going to say goodnight now. Till tomorrow. Night. So it's all map and compass work today. Hence the compass. Very shortly I am going to have to stop to strip. Oi oi. So my first port of call, my first real break in the morning is going to be Langdale, which isn't too far away. So if I get too hot before then, I'll strip before then, but if not, I'll just sweat it out. I've got horrible ascent later. The quicker I can get to the start of that ascent, the better really, because then I can just take my time on the way up. I was a little bit worried last night, what with all the wind, the fact that my phone's on very low battery with no battery pack to charge it. It's just pushed me out my comfort zone a little bit, which is good. That's why I come out here. progress check. Look at that comb over, wow. So Angleton is just over this ridge and you can see the path going up the next hill, and from here it just looks horrible and disgusting. Just looking at that makes me want to vomit. But before I even think about tackling that, I am gonna drink so much water out of this lake and have some breakfast because I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten because I'm very low on water, so no way of cooking me porridge. Anticipation of climbing, I took my raincoat off and the sun's come out as well, or at least it keeps breaking through the clouds. Right, I've got a kilometre on now until my next nav point, and there's a nice little shelter there as well apparently, so we'll go check that out. See you there. Now, that peak there, the one furthest away, it's the first one I did. I found a shelter and I slightly jarred my knee. If you don't remember or you haven't watched it, this happened. Yeah, back in May, September now. I thought it'd be a bit better. And it is. It's a lot better. It's a bit weak. Heading up Great End now, which is 910 metres, something like that. Once I get to Great End, it's on to Scafell Pike, tallest mountain in England. But I'm definitely not going to make it if I stand here chatting to you guys. So, let's go. So, I'm supposed to be climbing Great End, but I'm actually going up Esk Pike. I'm already halfway up it, and I'm not in a huge rush. So I'm gonna grab Esk Pike, head back down this way, all the way back down to where I was, and then go up Great End, which is basically right behind me. This was a very punishing mistake. Bit of a costly mistake, but now that the clouds lifted, you just about see Scafell Pike off in the distance, just over there. Esk Pike, done. 885 metres I'm sitting on right now. stopped in a nice chat with a lovely bloke. He was he was dead impressed that I was camping using a 48 litre bag. I spent a long time trying to cut everything back down to the essentials while still being comfy. So. Cup of soup. Beautiful. I don't know what it is about being out here, but a cup of soup doesn't taste like a cup of soup. It tastes like the best soup in the world. Come out here for appreciation, really. Remind me what I should appreciate. I'm making excellent progress, if I do say so myself. So heading up Great End now, which is what I should have been doing an hour ago. But I'm still making excellent progress. Still having an absolute whale of a time. My knee's a little bit sore. I might have to take some painkillers, you know. But unless I've forgotten something, I'm always prepared. What I've forgotten today is my hat. Which I'm gutted about. I sort of really desperately want a hat when it's this sunny. I'm at the top of Great End, I think. I mean, there's one high bit there, there's one high bit over there, and there's another high bit over there. So I'm just going to go over to the one that looks the tallest and say that's the peak. Great End, 910 metres. Right, on to the next one. It's not raining or cold or anything. I've got my hood up because I don't have a hat. Because it's absolutely stunning. Yeah, I might even lie down for a bit. Just because. Generally super comfy right now. I could fall asleep. It wouldn't be a bad place for a nap, would it? I think I fell asleep. 20-minute nap, done. Still can't get over that view. Let's do this little scramble. Lord, what I wouldn't give for my hat right now. I started to feel a bit sickly trying to climb with the coat on, and I've probably got a small dab of sun cream left. Yeah, save that for a little bit. We want to get to the top of Scaffold Pike, come back. Okay, so I've got Crag over there, Loft Crag just there, and Scaffold Pike a little bit further on. That's a horrendous climb. I'm not feeling great. Stop moaning about. Do it. Just do it. Just tired, that's all. You can fight through tired. This is atrocious. Made it to the top of Scaffold Pike, obviously, good fun. And now turning around and going back the way we came. Basically, this has been a multi-day there and back again. I'm not a fan of there and back agains, but this one's been quite good, if not exhausting. It's very gentle downhill, so I shouldn't complain. It's just distance. Why'd I walk this far? Bloody idiot. Walk this far, I'll walk back. Angleton, I finally got here. I'm about as exhausted as I've ever been in my entire life. I'm sunburnt because I forgot my hat and I ran out of sun cream. I mean, I used all of it. I used all the sun cream. Wow, I look tired, don't I? I've still got to sort my shelter out, sort my bed out and all of that stuff. But I'm here. I need a very, very big drink of water. I've sweated so much. So what I'm gonna do is chlorinate a litre of water with one of my little chlorine tabs, just in case I've had some bad water today. Hopefully the chlorine will sort out anything else that's in my stomach. I doubt it works that way, but you know.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin,
Right, so I've got mac and greens, which sounds a little bit like a disappointing version of mac and cheese, but I don't want to judge it before I try it. And worst comes to worst, I'll put some beef burger on it. And the verdict is not too bad. Feels like it could do with some cheese.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck.
Give you a bit of energy in the morning. Who needs porridge? And you can see the whole route from here, and it's just absolutely stunning. I'm going to make my way probably rather quickly down to the bottom of this valley.
time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
I'm wearing a chest pack. The chest pack has been so useful. Not the most fashionable of things in the world, but I think I'll rock it. Yeah, really useful, especially for filming and more importantly, navigation. One of my biggest bugbears when it comes to map and compass is having it either in the bag, so you have to stop every time you need to check where you're going, or in one of those waterproof plastic sleeves that are massive and they end up dangling and flapping around all over the place. So having this in here is really handy. All I have to do, open it up. I've got my map in there, I've got a multi-tool, spare batteries and a bit more camera equipment. Open up this pouch. I've got my sunglasses and my gimbal in there, some snacks in the front pouch. Just super convenient having it all there. It means I can keep going without having to stop every 10 minutes. Just to clarify, I'm not actually sponsored by Osprey, I just quite like their kit. However, if you are listening, sponsor me. Right, I'm nearly back in the car now and the phone's on 5%, so let's do the wrap up. What a great adventure. Challenging, beautiful, horrific, and everything an adventure needs, really. My definition of adventure, an adventure is where the journey is more important than the destination. What a journey, what an adventure. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like and give it a comment. What was your favourite bit? What did I do wrong? Because I'm sure I've done some things wrong. Any suggestions on where to go next either? If you do want to see more videos like this, or you want to check out that Find Your Wild series, web series all about finding your wild, either that's wild camping, just out on adventure, everything you need to know broken down into tiny little YouTube tutorials. Hit the subscribe button. You don't have to, of course you don't have to, who knows, we both might learn something. So, until the next one, stay safe.
But we set out to walk 1,000 good miles.